Hi, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We're back with another reaction. It's another pitch meeting, and we're still in the MCU. Which one, Dan?
So we're moving on to The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
Yep. I think we went a little out of order last time. Somebody pointed us out for it.
Just a little bit.
No harm, no foul. Here it is, folks. Cheers to you, fam. Enjoy.
So you have a Hulk script for me? Yes, sir, I do. And since a Hulk movie came out just a couple of years ago, we're gonna speed through all the origin stuff and just have him start out in hiding.
Good idea.
So this is a sequel? Yeah, except all the actors and the style and the tone and a bunch of story elements are all different now. So it's like a reboot, except it kind of picks up where the last one left off. So it's like a re-quill or a C-boot or like a C-re. What was that? Oh, Apple is letting me test run some of their new software.
No wonder this
No,
movie
thank you,
sucks.
Siri. So anyway, yeah, Bruce has been hiding out in Brazil and trying to avoid hulking out. So he stays away from commotion and tries to remain calm. Exactly. Very smart. And he also gets a job in a chaotic factory jam-packed with aggressive people. We're also going to see him do a bunch of exciting stuff like shirtless yoga and shirtless breathing exercises. Watching people breathe is tight. Oh yeah, that's an activity you can do pretty much anywhere. I like watching people breathe while they sleep. Oh, that's super
weird.
creepy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so some bad guys want to track down the Hulk so they can weaponize him. That kind of sounds like the bad guy's motivation in the Iron Man movie we're working on. Oh, should I change it? It's probably fine. I mean, there's gonna be a time gap between the release of the two films, so people won't mind. How big of a gap? 1 month? That should do it. Right. Anyway, so a bunch of soldiers are gonna shoot at the Hulk, but he's like bulletproof, so it doesn't do anything. Oh, so they realize that the guns are pointless and it's useless to shoot him with them? No, they're gonna keep shooting at him with bullets throughout the entire movie. They don't learn a thing. Wow,
it's like a Godzilla
huge waste
film.
of ammo, but what are they gonna do, not shoot him? So anyway, the entire movie is gonna be Bruce trying to avoid being captured by the military. Isn't that kind of what happened in the first Hulk movie? People thought that was kind of drawn out and boring. Yeah, people did say that movie was kind of long, but this one's gonna be shorter. Oh, how much shorter are we talking? 3 minutes. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, we're also gonna do a thing where Bruce wants to go visit his girlfriend at a university, but everyone's on high alert because the military knows he might try to get in touch with her. Oh, wow, so it's gonna be tough for him to sneak in there. Actually, super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, he just gives pizza to 2 different guys and that solves all his problems. Using pizza
One of them
for
Lou
stealth
Ferrigno.
purposes is my third favorite way to use pizza. We're also
Was it
gonna have
really?
a scene where
Wow.
Bruce is about to bang, but he has to stop himself because if he gets too aroused, he'll turn into the Hulk. Wow, feels pretty unnecessary to include that. Oh yeah, it's super unnecessary, and we're gonna make everyone picture an aroused Hulk.
Oh, God.
I hate
God.
that image is
No,
in my
don't.
brain right now. Yeah, it burns. So what else happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna have a bad guy turn into a bad version of the Hulk, and they're gonna have a big CGI fight. Wow, that is exactly what we're gonna do in the Iron Man movie. Wow, thank God they're coming out a month apart. Well, actually, I think the bad guy with similar powers thing is gonna be something that's gonna come back a lot in the MCU. Great. So what else happens? Well, some of Bruce's blood is gonna fall into the open wound of this scientist guy, and he's gonna start to transform into a monster too. Oh, where's that gonna go? Nowhere. But like in a sequel or something? Not even. Well, okay.
What was the
then.
point?
At the end, we're gonna have a thing where Bruce is meditating again. So fun to watch. And then he's gonna open his eyes and look directly into the camera, and his eyes are green, and he's gonna smile. Why? Because movies do that sometimes. But what does it mean? Can he control the powers now? Maybe. I don't know. Movies do this though. How did that happen? Look, I just want the main character to look directly into the camera and smile. We don't have to overthink it. Well, okay then. So what do you think? It sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know how anyone could dislike this script. Well, great.
Yeah. It was not a good script.
Oh, come on. It could. There was room for improvement, but I mean, it wasn't the worst.
If you say so.
Okay, it was pretty bad. Really? Lou Ferrigno was in this?
Yeah, he was the security guy that got the pizza.
Oh, he's one of those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There were 2 of them, so I guess he was the bigger, bulkier guy.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then. Well, that's fun then. At least they had the OG there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, was Stan Lee in this too?
Stan Lee's in all of his crap, isn't he?
I think he is, but I'm trying to think what his role was in that movie.
Just some dude.
Well, he always is.
I mean, what was he in Deadpool? A DJ at a strip club?
Yeah.
I think in another movie is just a dude calling people hippies. He was an innocent bystander in New York for Avengers. And he's just a random character.
Just
in
there.
all those. Yeah.
The whole script of that movie wasn't all that good. Like you pointed out, the military learned nothing from their first encounter with the Hulk. They keep trying to show up and gun him down, thinking they're going to be able to take down, something that's big and impervious to weapons, and they can't. They need to have a better strategy than that, realistically. Like, why don't you actually call in Iron Man for that?
Right. And I remember this movie because he was living in some Rio de Janeiro or something like that at the time, and he was doing weird breathing exercises and taking slaps while doing it.
Yeah.
I guess to learn to control his anger.
Yeah.
If that's the case, some people did know about his powers. Some very select few people, but still.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with having like trusted confidants who can help you out with things like that. You know, we've seen it in all kinds of other films.
Let's say you can't go it alone all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible. Eventually, somebody's going to find out either accidentally. So you may as well just tell them and have them be prepared for whatever happens.
Yeah. Some blood falls into another guy's open wound, and they showed nothing after that.
It's kind of odd because I totally forgotten about that until they brought it up in the video. But you're right; it never comes up again in like the entirety of the MCU. Like you think you'd have somebody would know another Hulk is running around out there, right?
Maybe they forgot.
Maybe they did. Maybe it was so bad they just tried to avoid ever bringing it up again.
Perhaps it fell into the one guy who has complete and utter control over his emotions.
Oh no.
And he never gets angry.
That'd be interesting. So like this guy out there who could become a Hulk but just never does.
Maybe.
It just happens like one day randomly he destroys half a town.
Hey, why not?
I mean, it'd be a good plot somewhere down the line, but
I wonder what the original idea for that was, though. Somebody had to have had a plan for that. You don't just show that and then never do something about it again.
Right.
I mean, yes, you do, but there was something that was meant to be done. You just never went there.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like they're trying to avoid having this movie matter at all to the MCU. Because even they said like they didn't really know how they're going to treat it. If it's going to be like a reboot, if it's going to be a sequel to the first one, or what they were going to do with it. And I think considering how bad it turned out, I think they're kind of saying, well, let's just ignore that as much as we can. Just get onto the Avengers stuff and have Hulk show up and don't worry about anything else.
Yeah. And then this is like the one MCU character that has changed actors 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty bad when you can't keep an actor for a major role like that, too.
I know. Who was it? Ruffalo, right?
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
So, Ruffalo, Edward Norton, and Eric Bana. Do you have a preference?
I think Eric Bana did okay. I mean, his movie wasn't the best, but I think he did okay.
He certainly had emotional issues.
Yeah.
Which made his character that much more vulnerable to everybody else.
Right. I thought Edward Norton was kind of an odd choice. He doesn't strike me as geeky enough to be a scientist. I mean, he can do some of the more dramatic stuff, I guess, but then that's not really where the MCU went. They went with kind of a comic-y, let's have fun and be serious kind of thing.
Right.
I don't think that really fit Edward Norton all that well. I think Ruffalo does okay. He's certainly got the nerdy look to him, I guess. I think they should have stuck with Bana.
Bana, at the very least, looked like he could have had a pretty decent character arc.
Yeah.
I think he still would have been dreary the entire time because that just seemed to be who he was. He had pretty serious daddy issues. I think he would have made a really good one going forward because Ruffalo, as time went on, just got goofy.
He did. I mean, he's pretty much goofy the whole time that he's been in the series, but I think Bana was probably the overall choice. I'm not complaining about Ruffalo. I think he's okay, but Norton, I didn't see it going past this movie.
Nah. I think he was there just to sell tickets.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Fam, I think you get the idea there. By all means, chime in if we missed anything or if you have a different opinion. Let us know who your favorite Hulk is too. Even go with Lou Ferrigno if you want to.
Nothing wrong with that. He's got the build.
Absolutely. And he's the one that they didn't have to CGI. So let us know what you think, guys. But as always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bells. Check us out on all those things up there. And like and subscribe again. And until next time, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.